Hello interwebs, it's Scott from Admiralty Entertainment, and we're back with another installment in the Star Wars Funko Pocket Pops Advent Calendar. This will be the penultimate installment in the series. I always like the term penultimate. It sounds very cool. So we have had 22 days already, represented here by these 22 pops. We've had some ups, we've had some downs, we've had fears that we weren't going to get a pop at all because there wasn't one in that window, but it shifted over to the next window, so the next day was even better, yay! But here we are now with only two remaining, day 23 and day 24. Oh, the excitement. The excitement is just raw in there. So let's head on up to the windows and see what we've got under the day 23 one, and then we will add that to the collection. So, check out the little divot there to be able to pull the window open and try not to knock everybody else over in the process, because there's a lot of them now, and the perforation there, and the door is sometimes tricky to open, and we managed to knock over somebody. We managed to knock over the snowman stormtrooper, and got out this little red baggie, and it turns out we have Ice Sculpture Yoda, which could actually be quite useful if you wanted to use him as a Force Ghost Yoda, because kind of hard to tell the difference. Yeah, that's very cool. Cool, because it's ice. Haha, I've made that joke before, but it's still funny. So yeah, again, nicely sculpted. It's a different sculpt to what we've had previously, because the only Yoda we've had previously has been this Santa Yoda. So this one is more just Yoda, and you could easily see them just paint this in regular colors and it'd just be a regular one. But yeah, very nicely sculpted as usual. Hair detail in there, robes, very little in way of paint, of course. We've basically just got the eyes, and the rest of it is just all transparent plastic to be able to simulate that ice sculpture sort of thing. So that's not bad. I'm still concerned that we've got Chewie, Yoda, and 3PO. Are we going to get an ice sculpture R2? I don't know. If we don't, then it kind of feels a little bit incomplete in terms of having 3PO without R2. But yeah, that wouldn't be the most exciting one to finish the calendar on. But this is nice. This is for an ice sculpture one, which is probably my least favourite of the themes. It still works quite nicely. It's very well done, of course, and does really highlight the job of sculpting, which you generally don't think too much about when it comes to a Funko Pop, because they do have the simplified, stylized features. But you look at the extra detail that they've got in there, and it is actually quite impressive, certainly on a figure of this sort of scale. So you could easily pop him in with your other pops. I'm using the word pop too many times, aren't I? Well, let's get him down into the collection and see how he works with them. Okay, so there we have everybody that we've done so far. As you can see, I've put Yoda over here next to 3PO and, of course, Chewie, because good relations he has with the Wookiees. So that is our day 23, the second to last installment in this Advent calendar, and I gotta say, so far, I am feeling so much more positive about this Advent calendar versus basically all the other Funko Pop Advent calendars that we've done. So let's see if we can keep up that optimism for day 24, the final one, which is coming up tomorrow, unless of course you're watching this from the future when that video has already been uploaded. So if that's the case, then you should probably check out the link in the description below to the playlist of all our Advent calendar countdowns, because if we have finished that video and uploaded it, then it's there already. You should check that out. For those of you who are watching live, as it were, as it's being released, we'll see you tomorrow for that final installment to wrap up the entire saga here. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like, comment, subscribe, because that way we will show up in your subscription feed when we do upload next, and that would be great to have you as part of the Admiralty Entertainment family. But even if you don't, for now, while we're out of here, have yourselves a fantastic holidays from all of your friends here at Admiralty Entertainment, and we'll see you next time.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas.